Shout out to one of our sponsors, Zico Space and Clubhouse. As you guys know, we did the Luminary panel season 1 on Zoom, and so we were looking for a podcast studio to film. And now here I am in Zico Space and Clubhouse, and here they have multiple rooms, one being the lounge, a conference room, and a podcast studio. They serve many different beverages, including tea, coffee, and kava. And their main mission is to be a place where people can come together and work together. So if you can, stop by. It's right outside of downtown Orlando, and it's a great place to work and meet others. Hope you try it.
Here we go. Another episode of the Luminary panel. Thank you guys for your consistent and persistent support. It means so much to me and the team at the Luminary panel. Make sure you continue to like, share, subscribe, comment on our material. Find us on social media and follow me on social media as well. Chonsten Jennings. Okay. All right. This one also is a very special episode of the Luminary panel because I feel like a lot of people are similar to me. They have a hard time trusting. They have a hard time figuring out who to trust. They have a hard time of always wanting to be right. You're a competitor. You want to win. You think about the bigger picture, but you also don't include who you have to connect with to help you get to that bigger picture goal. And a lot of it is ego. A lot of it is just from external circumstances that cause you to be like that. But guess what? It's part of it. It's part of life. But the true winners understand that the people that they bring with them is going to help them equally become more successful because of the expertise of the person that they bring with them. Now, that was a mic drop, okay? This episode is about why partnerships matter. Now, this workshop that I did was with one of my best friends. I could say a brother, a mentor, a complete killer in the business world, but also a gentleman in this personal world. I'm Ashama. One of the guys that saw the vision before I saw the vision. He had bigger plans for my vision than I have for myself. He's one of the people that completely backed the Luminary panel with the space that I'm in. He completely gave me the keys and like, yo, let's make that dream a reality. I'm immensely grateful for him and what he's done for me and the team. Zico Space Clubhouse is just a passion project, but now flourishing because of his genuality in his heart and his authenticity in his heart. And also SCG, the consultant firm that I work with him in, same ordeal for sure. So this one's about why partnership matter. And I had a conversation with a friend of mine, and he told me a story. And he was like, the only reason why I was able to exceed the expectations that I have for myself and for my business and my personal life and professional life is because I found synergy with people that I can hang out with in my personal and professional life. Who are some of those people in your life right now that you can find synergy in or synergy with and alignment with that can help you scale your business and scale your life tenfold because you allowed them in? The first thing you got to remember is acceptance. You have to accept the fact that you can't do it alone. There's a quote that I'm actually about to tell you about right this second is if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. That quote changed my perspective on relationships and what a big goal takes. Now, one of the big questions that you have to ask yourself before we get into this is, what's your vision? Like, how big and how audacious is your vision? The second question you got to ask yourself is, can you do it alone? With limited resources, you could be the richest person in the world. But if you don't have the right resources, you're not going to be able to scale. You're not going to be able to grow. You're not going to be able to be the best version of yourself. You need people to hold you accountable. You need people to hold your hand. Sometimes you need people to tell you you're doing wrong. You got to get people to tell you you're doing right. You got to get people to connect you with the right people that's going to help you grow, right? And the only way you do that is by partnering, finding collaboration. Okay? So, like I said earlier, if you're anything like me, this episode is for you. I was a person that had a hard time trusting people. I always wanted to be right. I'm a competitor. I wanted to win. I want to like the recognition. I want to be known for helping people. Selfishly, it was a selfish motive, but also I wanted people to win. So I've learned, this is the biggest thing. Lean in for me. You got to lean in for this one. I had to learn how to relinquish control. At the Luminary panel, our mission is to become an immediate resource to you as the aspiring entrepreneur. With that being said, we've partnered with SCG Shama Consultant Group, the business development one-stop shop. They have everything you need as far as marketing, benchmarking, and so much more, so that we, as the Luminary panel and SCG, can help you thrive in your business. I had to relinquish my ego because I knew that those two things were hindering me from the opportunities that were waiting on me. So let's rewind for a sec. The thing that's hindering you is the thing that you want control of. You're not going to be able to control every single scenario, every single circumstance. If you truly want to exceed, if you truly want to excel in life and in your personal life, in your professional life. With that being said, what does FAR look like for you? Getting crystal clear on what that means for you. You have to get crystal clear. So you got to be very specific about what that looks like. I'm not a big vision board person, but now I am. You know why? Because I had to get crystal clear on what that means. So on my screensaver on my computer, I got crystal clear and got a vision board. Who are depending on me? What relationships do I need to mend to make sure that I'm excelling and exceeding and being the first to break the generational curse in my family? What am I looking to do in the near future? What kind of car, what money, how much money do I want to make? Like, the most successful people use vision boards to get crystal clear on what they need to attack and conquer and what they need to achieve. Okay, that's the first step. Make sure you get crystal clear. Now, let's get very personal. These are some questions that you need to ask yourself outside of the other ones earlier. Where do I see myself in the next 3 to 5 years? Let's get crystal clear on that. 3 to 5 years. My 3 to 5 years may not look the same as your 3 to 5 years. Yes, you may look at me as for inspiration. Maybe you look at your favorite superstar as inspiration, but their 3 to 5 years or their 3 to 5 year goals aren't the same as yours. Your purpose is not the same as theirs. Your meaning for life is not the same as theirs. Okay? That's the first question. The second question is, how do I plan to get there? How do you plan to get there? What are some strategic steps that you need to take to get to that 3 to 5 year goal? Okay? The next powerful question takes some real sitting down with yourself and looking in the mirror. You ready? If failure isn't an option, what will you accomplish? If failure was not an option, what will you accomplish? It's that simple. Now think about how big that vision could get. Now you say, hey, I want to make $1 million this month, or in a month, I want to get to the point where I make $1 million a month. But what if failure wasn't an option? What if you ump that thing up to $10 million a month? Or you want to have a perfect relationship with your spouse? We will travel the world. rather than just travel throughout the country. You see the difference? If you understand and put yourself in the shoes of not failing, then your goals and your ideas, your perspectives will be completely different. Okay? Last but not least, who can help me get there? Now, it takes networking. If you haven't seen the episode about how to effectively make meaningful relationships, I encourage you to go see it. But you gotta wonder who is going to help you get there. Okay? I remember when I was building the Luminary panel, and before the first season started, I knew I wanted to be in a physical space because first season, as you guys know, was all Zoom. Long story short, I was looking on Google, I was looking on Instagram, I was looking on TikTok. I'm like, yo, I need a space. Let's go and accommodate the goals that I'm looking for. Long story short, after a couple calls, some didn't pick up, some picked up. Say, hey, we don't do that here. Hey, maybe you should do something else. Hey, sorry, this, that, this, and that. And at the time of my life, I didn't have the resources that could accommodate to make this happen. But my goals were so audacious. I didn't care about the finances. I didn't care about anything else. I just needed to get my foot in the door. I just needed to get my foot in the door. Lo and behold, I look on the Instagram. I look at this Egyptian man, tall, with a beard, and he's sitting on an interview with a guy that's actually well known and a mutual friend. And you okay?
Yeah, I'm just gonna refill your water.
Thank you.
And you're still working on that.
Yes, thank you.
Yep.
So I saw this guy. His name, I didn't know it yet, and I came in every day until I met him. I met with some of the owners here, some of the workers here. I was like, hey, this is what I'm trying to do. Do you guys do this here? He's like, well, we have the podcast room, but that's hourly, this and that, this and that. I was like, okay, cool. Who do I need to speak with? And they recommended me to talk to Iman, my now mentor, my now best friend, my now brother. And because of that introduction, that tenacity, it opened up so many opportunities, so many windows, so many doors for us to grow. And again, I immensely appreciate them for that. Okay? So, long story short, him and I had some deeper conversations, some personal conversations. I was telling him what I was going through at the time. He found a relatability moments because he was in similar situations at my age. He's a little bit older than me. But he saw that I was hungry in my eyes. He saw that I had so much passion for what I was looking to do. But not even for what I was trying to do for the Luminary panel. What I wanted to do in life. What my goals were. What my purpose was. And we found alignment. And one time, I remember we were having a meeting for the business. And he was talking about, yo, what do you want to do in this? Same question I just asked you about the 3 to 5 years, this and that. What do you want to accomplish? Who are you going to bring? And he's like, scratch all of that. What's your purpose? I was like, my real purpose? I was like, yeah. He said, yeah, your real purpose. Like for life. Like scratch the money, scratch everything else. Like what is your purpose? What do you feel like your purpose is in life? And I jotted it down. It was like, I want to create a culture that fuels people and individuals to find their individual purpose. And he said, all right, sit down real quick. So I sat down. I'm like, yo, what's going on? So he pulls out the marker. And I'm on the edge of my seat to see what he's about to write. And he wrote out his purpose. And he called it generational alignment. Again, I've only known the guy for about a month at this time. And we hit it off so quickly because we were so passionate about what he's doing here at the Z. And I was willing to give so much value more than him giving me value. But because he saw that there was something there because of the partnership potential, or we're already partners at that point. But that helped me realize that he's had the same vision since he found his purpose. And for me to come in at the time that I did, it just made complete sense, right? So I'll say all that to say, the people that you're looking to partner with, here are some cheat codes to figure out what that person looks like. And it's genuine synergy and genuine alignment is the key to successful relationships and partnerships. Okay. Now, a few things to ensure that the partnership is right, is a right fit for each path of growth, right? So once you get to the point of meeting somebody that you find synergy with, this is how you know this partnership is for you. Okay. The first thing is comprehend what the partner needs. So ask strategic questions about what are they looking for and make sure it fits with what you're looking for, right? Now figure out what the partner needs so that you know how you can help enforce the partnership. This shows that you are reliable and trustworthy, one, and this also shows that you know the right pieces that can externally grow the bigger picture and vision. Okay. Number 2, communicate shared goals. Communicate shared goals. So what I mean by that is make sure you're understanding their goals, and you gotta understand your own goals so that you can articulate what your goals are, so that you can find where the partnership works the best. Maybe it's on the business side, or maybe it's on the professional side. Personal side, right? So complement each other. Do you complement each other? Can you be seen separate but also as one? What's funny is a lot of times when I come here to Zico Space Clubhouse in Orlando, Florida, I was just a plug. So every time I'm here, right, and is not here, everybody knows that he's the owner. But the new people that come in and see me operating the way I do and all that stuff, like, they ask me, do I own the space? You know why? It's because, one, I hang out with Iman a lot and I see how he moves. So I don't want to be an embarrassment to him in an establishment, especially with what he's done for us at the Luminary panel and what he's done for me personally. That's one thing. And two, we have to mirror each other. So when people see me, they have to see him. And when they see him, they see me, right? It's yin and yang, right? He's very bold and very strong and very consistent and confident. I'm confident, but I'm more so in the background, but also can be the face of things. Like, it's a tug of war of our characteristics, but we find it works so well when we go into business meetings, because I'm more the one that kind of like bring down the barriers with the other person, so it's a seamless conversation. And then when he comes in, it's like, close, let's get the deal done, let's get the money, right? So you gotta compliment the person. Can you represent each other well when the other person is out of the room? There's so many people I've seen that say they partner with each other, and like, yo, that person doesn't fit you, bro. Like, I don't see you working with that person very well. But no, this person, they do it. They have a hard work ethic, this and that, this and that. And I'm like, that's perfect. Let them have a hard work ethic. But you got to think about your vision, bro. Your brand is on the line when you bring people in. You can't have too many cooks in the kitchen. There's only one master chef, and then there's a sous chef. Not 10 sous chefs. One master chef, one sous chef, and everybody else is fitting in the puzzle piece to make the food good, right? So same thing for you in your business or even in your personal life. You got to find people that represent you well. Okay. Number 4, can you guys hang out outside of a personal or professional setting? Can you guys hang out at your house? Can you guys hang out at the pool? Can you guys go out of town? And it becomes a seamless thing where it's not weird. Because, sometimes if you're in an office space, you have to be professional and you don't get the chance to let your guard down. But when you're outside of your personal life, you become a different person, right? Can you guys seamlessly do both where it doesn't feel like it's a drop off, right? And then last but not least, can you hold them accountable without them having an issue with it? There's so many times where me and Ivan had conversations and he'll hold me accountable. Yo, you're doing too much, or yo, you need to slow down, or yo, what the is that? Like, what are you doing? Like, what the? And it makes me a better person. But on the flip side, I'm comfortable enough, and he's comfortable enough for me to do the same. Even though he's older, he's been more experienced. I'm like, yo, I don't think that's a good idea. I think you should change it this way. He's open to hearing it, right? Are you able to hold each other accountable, right? Okay. And I'm going to end it like this. Partnerships is the gateway to your success. It's the gateway to your success. I know you're a solo warrior. I know that you can get it done. You get a lot done. But imagine you connecting with somebody that has the same hunger, same desire to accomplish the same goals that you have, and can triple X your productiveness because you can be in two rooms at once. You can cultivate a culture of collaboration with one other person. Maybe it's 2 or 3, maybe it's 4 or 5, maybe it's 6 to 10. But at least having one person that you can trust, find synergy with, find alignment with, that's going to take you to the next level. Okay? That's why partnerships matter. Whew. Every time I do these things, my mouth gets dry and I don't want to bring the water in, but listen, it's over there. Neither here nor there. Listen, you are meant for greatness. But the only way you become great is if you let down your guard, let down your ego, and become more accepting to help. I had to learn how to ask for help. It's crazy to say, but I know a lot of people are in my same shoes, but they have to learn how to ask for help, how to give help, how to receive love, how to give love. It's all worth it. If you just sit with yourself, get crystal clear on your goals, what you're trying to accomplish, figure out what you need to work on in your internal life, and then execute the plan. Look how much you're going to grow. Give yourself 3 months. 3 months. It took me 2 months to grow my new network. 2 months. Give yourself 3 months. Come back to us and let us know how much you've grown and how much this content has helped you. On that note, make sure you follow us on all social media platforms. Connect with us on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm on Instagram as well. And make sure you share this, though, because we don't want to keep it close proximity. We want to expand that thing so the world is impacted. Again, we want to be the number one resource for all entrepreneurs. And when I say entrepreneurs, I'm not saying business owners. I'm saying people that want to take control of their own life. Okay? I'll see you in the next episode. Peace out.